Hello, my name is Kim Sauer at Apex 2017. I'm joined by three gentlemen from, well, two actually from Nordson and one from ACE. Alan Cable from ACE. We've got Carlos Bouras from Nordson and Peter Bierhuis as well from Nordson. Now, there's a collaboration going on, an acquisition going on. Let's, if I may start with you, Peter, background to Nordson, a little bit of a background to the company, and then we'll find the synergies and how it came to this acquisition. So just introduce Nordson to us.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you for the introductions. As of today, we can actually say that we're all three with Nordson now, since we recently, as Nordson, acquired ACE Production Technologies to complement, the overall Nordson offering to the global electronics industry. So under the Nordson umbrella, you got some pretty recognizable brand names: Simtech, Dage, Yestech, March, Matrix. They're all part of the Nordson family of product offerings that we have brought to the market for many years now. So Nordson, we are very much globally oriented, working with our customer base that tends to be globally oriented as well. So we've invested considerably in the infrastructure to support the customers around the world, and always looking to find step out opportunities where we can augment our product platforms that fall in line where you can get some, to use the big word, synergy. Right? So if you think about our optical inspection Yestech and the conformal coating, for example, that we do with Simtech, is where a technology like selective soldering comes into play. So that's what our attraction was, selective soldering. Although the technology's been around a long time, there's some really fundamental industry trends that are going on where we say, hey, that's something where we can do better, where we can improve ourselves and likewise towards our customers. So a technology complement that ACE and selective soldering represents. As I may on for a moment, ACE as a company particularly attractive because of the market position that they've created for themselves in a very rapid period of time here in the United States. Innovative, customer responsive, applications oriented, customer focused. I mean, those are the kinds of things that what really attracted us to ACE. And what we are looking to do is to leverage that company culture across the world through our Nordson operating units that we have all over Asia and Europe as well.
And Alan, was there a partnership already? Were you working together already? And do you actually, I'm sure you listen to all these compliments that you're getting and that synergy that you created. How did that collaboration start, and how did you actually form that relationship to then seal it as an acquisition?
It was Apex last year.
Okay.
In Las Vegas, I got a call out of the blue from Peter, wanting to come take a look at what we had in the booth, and I said absolutely. We shook hands, walked around, and just principals do that to one another to see what's going on, and that led to a cup of coffee afterwards and a little more discussion, and it went on from there. So we certainly are appreciative of that, but we weren't looking to sell the business. But what Nordson brings to us as ACE is fantastic. The exposure around the world, we couldn't turn that down.
Yeah. So Alan, the acquisition, what benefits does the acquisition actually bring to your existing customers and your company?
I think it actually brings a much greater strength of field service and engineering, and ongoing new engineering that Nordson is going to bring to the product line, especially with optics and AOI. And I'm looking forward to that. And I think, Carlos, you're going to bring to it with
one of the things that we hope to achieve is as we generate more sales because of the leverage of the infrastructure that we have at Nordson, we have to be able to scale. And one of the things that Simtech has learned over the years is how to flex and come up in volume very, very quickly and scale. So that's going to be on the operational sides. I think that's going to be required to make this successful.
And in your role, you're going to be really driving that on an operational level.
Well, on my role, I should drive every aspect of it. Right now, we're a little bit split because I'm just transitioning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the aspects that I hope to bring to bear. Other issues like compliance, certifications, that kind of thing is also really important for us as a big corporation. And so that's going to be as well bolstered by our experience, our years of experience in doing business across continents.
And that's actually doing business across continents and globally, particularly when companies merge. There's always that question of cultural identity, two cultures, two company cultures coming together. How are you managing that? Are there already synergies in the way those two cultures fit together? And I guess you've done your research there, but how are you bringing those two cultures together?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Of course, we're early in. It's been about a month and a half that we have actually, gone into the acquisition. But obviously, we've been talking for close to a year, so we've come to know each other quite a bit. And I'll be honest, what really impresses me that I think, we as Nordson entities impress me, for example, from what ACE does today is their applications testing that they do for each of the customers, and the detailed and very visual reporting that they do back to even before their customers, right, in the qualification situation. So that's something where you can say, well, hey, very practical approach to and delivering some really high value results to customers. I think likewise, there are certain things that we do within the Nordson entities, whether it's at the international locations or even here domestically, where I think we can bring some systems expertise to bear, right? Where we have database management capabilities, where we have some engineering disciplines that perhaps extend a little bit beyond where the ACE business is today, considering their size. I mean, all very natural. So I think that's where you get some really nice play off of each other, to where both benefit, and ultimately, of course, we're doing this all so that it really benefits our customers, and that they can recognize that what they're going to get in a selective soldering machine matches what they're getting today in a coating machine, a dispensing tool, or whether it's an inspection device. So that's what we're striving towards. Well, hopefully our reputation helps us in that respect. I mean, that's what we work very hard on.
Yeah. And reputation, again, very good point, because customers obviously know Nordson, customers know ACE. What's the plan going forward in terms of that brand name? Is anything changing? Is it becoming Nordson? Is it staying as two separate names? What are the plans for the customers? Obviously, they need clarity.
Very appropriate question. So we're getting ready to announce this. I mean, as we're recording this, probably in a week or so, we will go public that the business will be renamed towards Nordson Select. So that will be our brand name out in the marketplace, Nordson Select, and that's how we. But of course, we want to make sure that everybody knows that this is still ACE underneath.
Yeah.
Right. But in line with our overall global branding strategy, this makes more sense to go that way.
So official announcement coming out. Well, it's already officially announced. Official communication and ongoing communication being rolled out over the next couple of months. What are the plans? Those next plans going forward? What are the steps you're taking?
So, a couple of important steps. Next week, we're going to have sales and product development planning meeting, the roadmap planning. An overall strategy should emerge from that week of meetings with both the ACE folks and the sales force from Syntec and Nordson. After that, quite frankly, there's a long list of things that we have to address. I fully expect to spend the week of the 27th, 28th of February and on, just discussing with the leadership what's most important and putting together a plan for the year. So right now, it's premature for me to answer the question. Do we have any long-term plans? Of course, but they're right now not really plans or wishes. And that's what's going to emerge over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we should be able to come up with the beginnings of a plan that will evolve and mature.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, probably should hand it over to Alan because he was fundamental to it. But there's some good things happening at ACE as far as new technology, and I talked about that whole innovation element of ACE that we're finding. Here at the show today at the Apex, we are introducing a brand new solder pod concept where we're combining both selective and wave into one pod. So quite exciting. I mean, and we learned about this very early on in our engagement. So we got some patent spending on that. I think we'll do a lot more communication on that. It's about technology, and I think that's where that leverage is going to come in from the two organizations. Say, hey, recognizing something that's going to really pay for our customers, and then rolling that out very rapidly to everybody that might have that interest. So.
Excellent. Okay, so quite a lot of work in the background, as well as obviously answering the queries that will come out of from the customer's point of view. Thank you very much for your time today, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.